Start with the
Daily Guide. Should
Sure.
I begin with the Daily
Please
Guide?
do with the Daily Guide.
Yes. Okay. So, Bawumia grabs clear victory with 56%. The front page of the Daily Guide. Nana rallies NPP for Bawumia. Court rejects AG's objection to amendment. Ibrahim Mahama gets UMAT honorary doctorate degree. And in a related story, Winston, I missed my prophecy. I'm going for counseling. Okay, so you turn to page.
That's on
Page
Prophet
6.
Bernard
Yes.
L. Bernard.
Yes.
Okay.
Prophet Bernard L. Bernard Nelson Ishan of the Spirit Life Revival Ministries has apologized after declaring publicly that Kennedy Ohinejapon would win the NPP presidential primary, citing divine revelation. Now, following news that Dr. Bawumia had won, Prophet L. Bernard said he missed the prophecy while asking Ghanaians for forgiveness. In his apology, Prophet L. Bernard acknowledged his mistake, saying, quote, "Man can ye crack.
Oh, okay. We see in part
Man can ye crack."
and prophesy in part.
End of quote. Yes. But, Winston, the presiding bishop of the Methodist Church of Ghana, Professor Kwabena Asamoah Jedu, has also issued a strong caution against what he has described as a growing culture of deceptive prophetic phenomenon. So there you have it. That's the Daily Guide.
Now, I have the news center with me this morning, and the news center says Bawumia survives the storm. Delegates reject narrative faulting him alone for the 2024 loss. Brian's rise threatens Ken's presidential bid as a question, and BOG under scrutiny over 22.24 tons gold reserves sale, and Ghana's roads of sorrow kill 8 people daily in accidents. Ghana Web appoints Patrice Amegashi as commercial manager.
The graphic business. GCB extends footprints to Africa and Asia. And mobile money transactions reached 518 billion cedis in 2025. That's refreshing. We are gradually embracing the concept of a cashless society.
Oh, yeah, we have.
BOG moves to restore capital after DDEP losses, and why Ghana Sports Fund matters.
The daily graphic for today says UMAT confers honorary doctorate on Ibrahim Mahama. Congratulations to him. Bawumia sets sights on 2028, rallies NPP for battle, sweeps 14 regions. He lost in the central and the Volta region. Kennedy Japan winning in the central, and Brian Champon winning in the Volta region.
I was taken aback by Brian's performance.
Okay.
But I was made to understand that a lot of delegates were made to feast on.
Well, I explained Brian's performance on
the eve of the presidential primary.
I mean, what Brian actually did was simple. He went into the regions, looked at persons who were very influential, picked some of them as his consultants.
Oh, so that was how he.
And these persons who became consultants, felt indebted to him, and he organized trainings for the party's executives, constituency executives. You are. So wherever you are, you come to Rock City after the training, you go home very excited. And these are people who control the delegates. So over time, you come for this meeting. After meeting, you're sleeping comfortably, and then you're bussed to Rock City. But before you leave, you're giving per diem also. I mean, he had a good strategy. He had a good strategy, and I think it
worked for him.
For him, yes. The back page has drop points in stalemate with Bechim. And so the Ghana Premier League, Kotoko lost over the weekend. They were beaten by Heart of Lions. Not a good result. Anyway, let's get into the business.
The Business and Financial Times. Treasury yield dip nudges banks back toward lending. The rate of credit went up in the fourth quarter of 2025. Economy loses $54.1 billion to illicit financial flows. Banks to fund 60% of government capex in 2026. Zenith Bank appoints Charles Boachine Macron as new board chair, and Africa's supply chain renaissance takes shape.
Okay, which means we can bring you the online news review now. Let me start off with myjoyonline.com this morning. And if you get to myjoyonline.com, running mate slot, not a reward for second place. That's Miracles. Abuaje. Okay. Okay.
Now that Kujua Kutubuate is away for a while, we can actually rope him in. They sound very much alike. You haven't taken notice of that.
Now that you've drawn my attention, yes.
You listen to them attentively. Okay. You will come to the same conclusion.
Yeah. Ghana leads call for 100 billion annual adaptation finance. Brian Echampo didn't shake Bawumia. He split Kennedy Japan's base. That's Miracles Abuaje. Well, per the polls, he pulled from both Bawumia and Kennedy Japan, but more from Kennedy Japan. Why Brand's entry helped Bawumia in NPP Flagbearership race, Miracles Abuaji explains on myjoyonline.com. An MPA increases price floor for February window with petrol up to 9 cedis 99 pesos and diesel pegged at 10 cedis 95 pesos. Not every voice is God's voice. Miracle Abuaji weighs in on political prophecies. That's in there. So all of these on myjoyonline.com this morning. You can get the details. Citynewsroom.com says microfinance operators back BOG reforms but seek more time. Ghana suspends citizenship application for historical diasporans. Africa's single market must be inclusive to succeed. Gabi. An airport infrastructure levy to fund new Wa Airport, according to President Mahama. And 2028 polls, Bawumia is not a threat. That's the Hohoe MP. And NPP's 2024 defeat mirrors global political mood. Gabi. Volta region, 2 arrested for drug trafficking. Police reject 182,000 cedis bribe. And NPP congratulates Bawumia, signals confidence for 2028 victory. Okay.
Well, other stories on My Joy Online. I'll work with party leadership to bring discipline to our party, says Bawumia. Bawumia calls for unity and discipline after decisive NPP primary win. We must unite, but unity must come with respect. Kennedy Japan.
Great. So let's get into the details of the newspapers now. I start off with the daily graphic for this morning. It says Bawumia set sights on 2028, rallies NPP for battle. Says sweeps 14 regions. So at the Fresin mini rally with a crowd of party faithful cheering deep into the night, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia last Saturday urged the NPP to shift focus from the blistering battle for the party's flag bearership to the prime objective of recapturing political power at the 2028 polls. Now, let's listen to the Electoral Commission as they made the declaration. And then from there, we can hear from Kennedy and also hear from Dr. Bawumia.
5 people contested the presidential primaries. These are Ken Ohinia Japan, Brian Echampon, Mohamed Bawumia, Yao Osei Educhum, and Kwabena Ejay Ejapon. 196,462 votes were cast. Out of these votes, 561 were ballots rejected. And here are the results obtained by each of these candidates that I mentioned. Ken Ohinia Japan obtained 554, representing 23.76%. Brian Echampon obtained 36,303, representing 18.53%. Mohamed Bawumia obtained 110,643, representing 56.48%. Yao Osei Educhum obtained 1,999, representing 1.02%. Kwabena Ejay Ejapon had 402 votes, representing 0.21%. The New Patriotic Party constitution indicates that for a candidate to be elected presidential candidate, that person must obtain more than 50% of the valid votes cast. On the basis of this result, Dr. Mohamed Bawumia obtained 6.48%. Therefore, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has been duly elected presidential candidate for New Patriotic Party for 2028 elections.
And that was the declaration on Saturday night. Then Kennedy Japan spoke.
I stand before you to pledge my support, also to accept the results declared by EC. The delegates have spoken, and I want to plead with my supporters that they should stay calm and respect the result and help all of us to work together to win 2029 or 2028 election. I want to advise my supporters. First, I want to thank you, but advise that in election you can win and you can lose. So if you lose, you have to accept it in good faith. So let's all of us throw our support to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the flag bearer. And all I say is, NPP, we need unity in the party. But unity comes with respect. We have to respect each other's views. That is all I want to say tonight. So congratulations to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and NPP. Thank you.
We can now listen to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
It is with a deep sense of pride and humility that I address you this evening, following what has turned out to be a blistering battle for the flag bearership of the New Patriotic Party. To secure anything precious in this life, we must be prepared to fight the hard battles, prepared to work hard, and be prepared to withstand difficult circumstances. I am glad that you and I have successfully fought the hard battles, worked hard, and withstood the difficulties that came our way. And tonight, victory is for all of us. I am grateful. The NPP is grateful to you all, and Ghana is grateful. I need to reiterate from the outset, our tradition has an enviable history of selecting leaders largely based on the mood of the party. At any point in time, our party unites around an individual, usually the best bet for national elections and governance. This individual usually emerges meritoriously on account of loyalty and contributions to party growth. It is our members' way of rewarding loyalty, vision, competence, and sacrifice. Our members have done this meticulously and repeatedly. As democratic space setters, we need to respect the wisdom and the decisions of our members represented by the delegates. It matters not which side you supported. Winners and those who didn't win at this particular time, we are in this together. All true and committed members of the great NPP need to embrace this civilized and time-tested way of selecting flag bearers. Political parties are assemblies of like-minded people. Once we may believe that our ideas are the best, we should be prepared to accept that there might be other ideas that may serve the larger interests of the party. As it is often said, after competition comes cooperation, and our expectation that all party members will apply themselves to this principle.
So that was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We can now listen to former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Tonight is a night of renewal. First, let me congratulate Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia on a decisive victory. To the over 200,000 delegates who turned out in strength and unity, you have spoken clearly. You have spared us the uncertainty of a runoff and given our party, the New Patriotic Party, a head start to victory in 2028. Your verdict is unmistakable. You have affirmed that the 8 years in which Dr. Bawumia served as Vice President laid a strong foundation for our future contact. And you affirm that he's the leader with vision, experience, and competence to return the New Patriotic Party to government and Ghana to greater heights. But victory tonight is only the beginning. The task before us is to turn this momentum into a movement. We must bring everyone together. Every region, every constituency, every volunteer, every supporter into a single unstoppable team. The breakdown of the results of the election dictate this necessity. We now have the longest runway in our party's history to prepare for a general election. Let us use it well. This year is for healing wounds, reorganizing our structure, and strengthening our parliamentary front line, especially if we choose to elect parliamentary candidates in constituencies we do not have MP. Every week must count. Every constituency must be involved. Every organizer must be empowered. And every communicator must speak with confidence.
Okay, that's former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as he spoke Saturday night at the NPP headquarters. But you know what? Enjoy faster and easier transfers across Africa when you use PAPS with Zenith Bank. Move your money the easy way. Just dial *966 hash. Just dial *966 hash. Use Zenith Bank's internet banking platform or walk into any Zenith Bank branch near you for your cross-border transfers. It's fast, cheaper, and reliable. For more details, call Zenith the direct on 0302 680 884 or 0542 000 111. Zenith Bank in your best interest. Let's look at other stories making headlines.
Well, Winston, are you interested in Prophet L. Bernard?
Yes, I'm interested in the counseling bit. Yes, well, he's going for counseling where?
Well, we are getting some feedback from listeners already about the claim that he missed it by inches. Not by inches, by a mile, I should say.
Oh, he missed it. I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
he missed
big
it.
Big time, you know. But it's just good old bootlicking and scaremongering, masquerading as prophecies, if you ask me. You know, there isn't much to it. And these people will only tell you what you want to hear. You know, that's the trick. You go to them with a need, and they know what the need is. So they just tell you, oh, Winston, you are getting married this year. Because they know you don't have a ring on.
Oh, but I'm not getting married this year. I got married 10 years ago. So yes,
yeah.
But but you know, but at least he does, you know, he does the right thing by apologizing. And he also says he's staying away. I think he doesn't. Look, it is not by force to prophesy about. Political party primary and all of that. You don't have to.
It's hard to convince Ghanaians that God has had a hand in the election of any recent president in this republic. I mean, it's a tough sell, isn't it? You look at the way they have performed, and there's very little to write home about. You know, so we will have to be careful. You know, but as I said, they are just meeting a need. If you are a politician and you go to them, they know that Kenneth Japon himself was chastising prophets a few months ago. So I was taken aback by his recent position, the fact that he showed up in some churches and permitted himself to be, that's what word, showered with these praises when he wasn't going to go beyond a certain percentage. He should have known. But Brian Achampong surprised me. He did.
Well, he surprised many. I think that the main victor on the day was Brian Achampong. His performance surprised many, and pulling 18%. Showing up the first time in a race that many thought was between Dr. Bawumia and Kenneth Japon, and even winning one region. Now, he didn't win in the Eastern region, but he won in the Volta region.
That was interesting.
Yes, which Kenneth Japon won in 2023 race. And so I think that congratulations to him.